so much for joining us here
Right.
in Geneva, 2019. It's January, but our eyes are open and awake already because you're creating some very cool watches. Maybe you can walk us through the Bvlgari family.
Well, we just 5 minutes ago had the chance to be awarded for 2018 a major award from Revolution, and it was about Octo Finissimo Tourbillon from 2018. So I suggest we start from that platform.
Cool. Very cool.
Octo Finissimo Tourbillon stands for the ultimate contemporary masculine elegance, and I think that thinner is more elegant, like slim fit for gentlemen like you and I. And therefore we are coming back with Octo Finissimo Tourbillon, but we are coming back with carbon.
Oh wow!
This is the thinnest ever carbon watch, and at the same time it's the first ever full carbon bracelet. So we have really two major achievements:
That's sick, dude.
thinnest ever carbon watch, mechanical, and the first ever full carbon bracelet. It's 48 grams.
It's incredible.
And it's unique, as you know that.
What's the 2701? 2701.
19 grams.
But that was with rubber, like a
exactly.
textile
with forged carbon, obviously, it's organic.
Yeah.
So each and every single piece is unique because, I mean, if you put 3 or 4 side by side, you obviously end up with unique pieces.
This thing's sick. It's amazing. And it's like you put it on your wrist, you feel nothing. It's incredible.
And well, though it's an evolution, obviously, of last year's. And the beauty of it is that if you take it out and look at the back, for the first time we disclose a full view of the peripheral mass, which last year was just a small see-through. Here you can see and understand really the rotor, which is really peripheral to the movement, thus allowing to be the thinnest while having the self-learning capability.
That's stunning. Absolutely amazing.
So I think it's one step forward.
Really cool.
And again, I mean, we venture into those advanced materials like titanium, not so much for the sake of claiming advanced material, but just because in this philosophy of Renaissance and Rinascimento, there's always an artistic dimension and a technological. And I think this material, like titanium, brings a further artistic desire, making that watch really unique. Plus the organic dimension of carbon makes each watch unique.
Yes. Have you done before a carbon repeater?
Yeah, but it was much thicker. And in that way, obviously first being a tourbillon versus a repeater, it's something somehow with a broader public on the one hand, and it's full carbon. The repeater was not full carbon, becoming, I mean, in the carbon segment, if anything, because carbon is first and foremost, I would say, an aesthetic, becoming really the new benchmark in terms of elegance.
It's beautiful.
And obviously, it's extremely contemporary.
I love it. Oh, I forgot to ask you, what is the price?
The price is 130,000 Swiss francs, so it's 10,000 over the titanium of last year.
It's quite reasonable, to be honest with you.
Well, you know, it's a tourbillon, it's self-winding, it's full carbon, and you can imagine that forged carbon is quite expensive in terms of crafting, and it has all the qualities of an everyday watch as usual for the Octo Finissimo. So it's not a watch which you have in a safe and that occasionally you can wear. It's really a daily watch. You can take your shower, you can swim, you can jump, you can go to a board meeting. So it's really a very, very versatile watch, fitting with any kind of style. I mean, you can be very elegantly dressed, you can be very casual. It fits all. Would you give me my mobile, because I just want to shoot myself away with your first spontaneous reaction for my own Instagram.
Yes, of course.
You know, every year we do that.
Yes, we do.
And I love the idea that also on my modest, small Instagram, because Waze Instagram is something which obviously is another planet. So just let me get there. You don't mind if I do that? You know,
pleasure.
You know, I love the idea that I'm a journalist as well. So, wait a second. I take a better angle for the light. Welcome, way to Geneva 2019. Big news from Bvlgari, and thanks for the Revolution.Watch 2018 for Octo Finissimo Tourbillon. And this is a new tourbillon, carbon.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's incredible.
what's your reaction?
I mean, the reason why we gave you this award was what's amazing about Bvlgari is they're combining design, case making, and movements together to create something that's really avant-gardist. And if you look at the majority of watch brands out there, they're doing things that are all retro. You guys are actually writing the language of the future, and this is an amazing example. Forged carbon, automatic, ultra-flat tourbillon with a full forged carbon bracelet as well. I mean, it's just sick, dude. Everyone should go rush out there and buy it right now.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Pleasure.
And you're so good. You do that in 40 seconds, which for Instagram is a kind of standard. Great. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
So you really like it?
I love it. I love it.
So it can be a candidate for the Revolution 2019 award.
Indeed.
Yeah. So still on Octo, because Octo is not only Finissimo. You know that we have Octo on 3 pillars. So the original was a 2012 Octo. So original is a famous one, which is very muscle architecture. It's really the ultimate expression of Roman architecture.
Right.
110 angles. And we are coming this year with new DLC executions, which are adding a twist of gold. We like to be elegant,
Very nice.
but still strong. So you have a twist of gold, which has been permitted by the layering construction of the Octo case. You know, it's a very complex case to craft in our Seigneur Léger case workshop. And so we have added this twist of gold. We believe that it just enhances and reminds somehow the dual dimension, because Bvlgari stands for gold. And this is available with the Velocissimo 36,000 beats per hour movement, which is a very noble engine, if I may say so. And for those who prefer the 3-hand watch, with the solo tempo Bvlgari movement on 3-hand watch. So a very cool watch, very good price. The gold and DLC Velocissimo chronograph comes from 10,900. So it's remarkable. Let's not forget that Velocissimo, based on El Primero, is one of the noblest integrated column-well chronograph ever. And so we deliver that super engine in that super design with this twist of gold, which makes that watch really, I think, one of the coolest chronograph you can find in the market, especially in those price brackets.
It visually really over delivers because that added addition of gold makes it seem so much more.
And not too much, we at Bvlgari we are magnificent, but we don't want to be too show off.
But it's cool also because it's the type of watch, because it's of the addition of gold. Like, you can dress actually very simply and kind of relaxed, but you have something that's quite a nice statement as well. But it goes, and you can go dress down with it or dress up with it.
Yeah, and you have all the strengths of the original Octo.
Very nice. And what is the 3-hand in terms of pricing?
The 3-hand is 7,900, so you have 3,000 difference, which obviously stems from the movement and the case higher cost.
Very nice. Thank you.
And then we still playing with gold, and with that twist of gold we have seen with original, we have a very interesting steel and gold watch coming at 7,500 Swiss francs. So for steel and gold watch, it's, I would say, a very good value for money. Solo tempo movement, obviously, and this beautiful steel and gold with the twist again. It's I would say discreet elegance. Very easy to wear watch, just complementing this range of Octo Roma. And high-end, Bvlgari has been famous, has been one of those very few brands still with the capability of developing and crafting a Grand Sunrise.
That's cool.
We are probably 10 companies only in Switzerland with the expertise to developing those Grand Sunrise. Bvlgari makes very few. We talk about 3 to 4 per year. Why? Because the Grand Sunrise is made of 850 components, and it takes up to 8-9 months to a master watchmaker to develop and craft the Grand Sunrise, each and every single component being developed and crafted internally. And there are 850 to craft and 850 to put together, to check, to tune. We have an acoustic laboratory in Le Sentier, which sounds like if we were in Armand Cardon or in Bose, so it's quite funny. And this is the first we made for 2019. So Grand Sonnerie, Petite Sonnerie, miniature, and with obviously this big move we decided last year to migrate all our iron watches into the Octo case.
Right.
And we just mentioned Octo Roma because it comes from the Octo Roma case. So the Octo Roma case is the new base for the Tourbillon Sapphire, which you know, I mean the 70,000 euro tourbillon. And for all the Grand Sonneries, this one comes, it's at 750,000 Swiss francs. And it's an extremely contemporary, and from now onwards, all the Grand Sonnery, miniaturators, iron of Bvlgari will ever be very contemporary.
Right, that's cool.
In line with the Octo philosophy,
Yes.
and with obviously Bvlgari philosophy of contemporary masculine elegance and obviously joy of life, because here we are beyond elegance. I think it's just a piece of art. And this is the first of the 2009 sequence. We'll have three. Slightly different each other because you know at this level they are all bespoke.
Can you
And
play
this
it, Can you play it?
So I'm not sure because it's a bit embarrassing, but I think that we will need
Proto,
Pascal
yeah.
and
Yeah.
maybe we do it after.
Later, okay.
Because it's, there is something which.
No problem.
Yeah, but we'll take later.
It's beautiful. And I like the idea that you're making contemporary grand
only.
complications.
Yeah, it's,
because that distinguishes you immediately.
And frankly speaking, the Octo case is really a paradise to nest iron. It has really the versatility to come up with extraordinary non-complication, and it's consistent with our style. We have really the Octo starting from 5,700 up to more than 1 million in some cases, but it's Octo, it's the same contemporary elegance.
It looks like this middle case also has some sort of sound amplification construction. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And this participates obviously to the acoustic, as you will see later.
Right.
Plus, obviously, in terms of aesthetics,
It's very beautiful.
it's solo because obviously Grand Sonnery is a pretty thick movement. It allows to drive balance to the piece. And now we move away. If you are okay with another brand,
Sure.
we are at Bvlgari.
Yeah.
We are the magnificent and contemporary Roman jeweler. But we won't talk about Bvlgari, we'll talk about another brand,
Right.
Gerald Genta.
Yes.
Gerald Genta is probably one of the most extraordinary genius of Swiss watchmaking in the last decades. We know that he has indeed designed icons for several different brands, but obviously the greatest contribution of Genta has been with Bvlgari. Bvlgari has acquired Gerald Genta in year 2000, and acquiring Gerald Genta, we have the chance to integrate immense talents which were Le Sentier in the movement workshop. And in the last 2 decades, obviously, this team has been really the cornerstone of our movement vision. Today it's a much bigger team. Today it's more than 100 people. There were only 30. Today the workshop in Le Sentier is 3 times as big as it used to be. And today obviously it's crafting movements which are spanning from solo tempo to the Grand Sonnery. So obviously it's not Genta any longer, meaning by that from that core team we have developed further expertise. And the likes of Filissimo have been enabled thanks to the integration of the Gerald Genta immense talents. So 50 years after Gerald Genta created his brand, Gerald Genta, we have decided to pay tribute to Gerald Genta with a totally new watch. This is not a retro, it's not a vintage, it's not a re-edition. It's the new Gerald Genta Arena. So we started from the Arena Sport, which is one of the most famous Genta designs. Why? Because Arena sounds like Colosseo. It's an amphitheater. The arena itself is epitomizing the columns which are so familiar to Romans on the caseband. So it's Genta, but you cannot deny the very strong Roman influence, which obviously is consistent with the owner of Gerald Genta, Bvlgari. And obviously we went for something Gerald loved, be retros, something which now obviously is crafted by Bvlgari on the solo tempo base, and with those lacquer dials, which were so emblematic also of Gerald Genta art, which today are expressed obviously very well with the Octo, because Octo signature when it's not finissimo is really the lacquered black die. So here we have a beautiful blue lacquered die and an evolution also of the Gerald Genta logo. So reintroducing through the 50th anniversary the Gerald Genta at the pinnacle of contemporary Swiss watchmaking. This is a platinum watch, as 50 years can be celebrated with platinum only, and it will come at a price of 55,000 Swiss francs. It will be initially distributed in our boutiques only, so distribution will be very limited, as we believe that an extraordinary man deserves a very exclusive distribution. So we're at Bvlgari, but I see another brand, Gerald Genta.
Absolutely. Gerald Genta is really one of the greatest geniuses, if not the greatest design genius in the watch industry. You can see the icons that he's created all the way from the 70s to the 80s. They still resonate so well today. And this watch, which celebrates the 50th anniversary of Gerald Genta, which is, as we know, has been acquired by Bvlgari, is an amazing, touching, emotional tribute to a great man. It's a case that features a bi-retrograde indication, which was his signature, and an all-new design, which is inspired by a fusion between the brand's Roman past and also Genta's great design acumen.
Thank you so much, mate.
Pleasure.
You're such a professional, my God.
Thank you so much.
It's impressive how you deliver each time in 40 seconds. Exactly. No more, no less. Straight to the point.
Thank you so much, Mr. Babin.
Well, you know, now call me Jean-Christophe once and for all, because I don't know why you're I think the only person I know in the watch industry over now 2 decades, virtually.
Yeah.
Which call me Mr. Babin.
Jean-Christophe.
And you know, the older I get, the more I want to be called Jean-Christophe.
Yes.
Because Mr. is just aging you further.
Jean-Christophe complimenti. Fantastic stuff.
Ti piace?
Yeah.
You like it?
Absolutely. And that carbon tourbillon is just insane. I love this watch.
Just put it on your wrist back. Sorry.
I love this whole vision of contemporary competition as well. This is just such a great embodiment of that, you know? And it's so effortless to wear, right?
It's light, it's cool.
It's amazing.
Carbon itself is a magic because it's the texture of carbon is rich.
Amazing.
And the fact that you have something organic on you, I think it sticks to the emotion as well.
Yes.
It suits you very well. Huh?
It's really cool. It's amazing.